Hello, hello, hello. I realized my mic was on the whole time. Whoopsie. Hope you didn't hear me sniffling. Nope, well, there goes the sniffling. How's everybody doing today? Alright. Let's get to drawing. Whoops. Nope. What? Oh, are you kidding me? Oh no, it's stuck. It's stuck. Okay, hold up. Hopefully I can turn this off and turn this back on. I'll be back. Okay, it works now. Everybody still here? Yes, you are now super stream famous. The memes are strong. Alright. Now that I fixed that issue, the stream's kind of a mess, but that's fine. Most of my streams are a mess. Alright. Let's get to work today. Started a little earlier than normal. That's fine, that's fine. I mean, it's not as early as I would liked, but better than not at all, I guess. Oop. Like, I planned to actually do this like an hour earlier, but then again, I decided to stay up late last night, and the sun decided not to come out today. Actually, how hot is it today? Hold up. It shouldn't be that hot, because I feel fine. Yeah, it's pretty cool today only because it keeps threatening to rain. There we go. Do as I say, not as I do. I mean, I just ended up staying late doing exactly what I'm doing right now, so... Well, except not on this project, but on a different project. Which I might do a little bit of that one. I might. It's a big maybe. Nope. There we go. But yeah. I'm gonna make sure my thing's actually shuffled. Okay, it is shuffled. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Oops. I was trying to make sure something else opened. I know, right? So like I stayed up super late, but you know, I was being productive, so that changes everything, right? I wonder, should I announce this stream on the community tab on the second channel? Well, I mean the second channel. This is the second channel. I mean the main channel. Since I got so many new subscribers. Oops. Some of them most likely don't even know I have a second channel. Well, oh, nope. I don't know. I don't know if anybody on that channel would be interested in the Minecraft stuff, but I could see them being interested in watching the art stuff. Oh. Maybe if I end up, okay, I'll definitely announce it if I end up working on the Dream SMP project, because like I said, a lot of those new subscribers are from the Dream SMP project. Okay, just 1 second. I want coffee. But yeah, the kids are on vacation, so my mornings are 100% free now. So I might start working on trying to wake up a little bit earlier for these. I thought today was going to be the day, but like I said, ended up staying late. And the sun never came up, so I had a hard time processing the fact that my alarm clock woke me up. I was just like, silly alarm clock, it's not 8 o'clock. Well, it's not 7. No, it was, yeah, I was like, silly brain. Silly alarm clock. It's not 8 o'clock. It's only 7. Stupid. The sun never showed up. It's like the hottest month. The sun should be out. And then the sun never came. I heard you like Minecraft in your Minecraft, so I put Minecraft in your Minecraft. I don't even know where that meme is from. I find it funny. Waking up is for kids. Wait, where's... Oh. So this must be this one. Yes. Excuse me. so that means boop, and then boop. Oh, tired. Like, the nefarious one looks easy now, because I did the easiest part. It's the rest of it that's gonna be a nightmare to do. You gonna get the money. Well, I saw Fangirl that went live. I don't know when she did that, but I can't believe I missed that. Whoop. Oh, some things are my favorites too. Oh, whoop. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Oh my goodness. Is she just doing normal Pokemon, or is she thinking of doing a Nuzlocke? Oh, no. There we go. Understandable. I know my sister likes to do Nuzlocke now, or at least when she gets a chance to. She does this thing where since she doesn't know how to do any randomizers, anything like that, what she does is that she does like the hardcore rules, and she doesn't take the starter Pokemon that's been given. And that's usually how she plays her Nuzlocks. Still not long enough. She's probably thinking that, like, it's like either this is some weirdo or this is God. I remember one time one new guy showed up in the chat, and I was like, I wonder if that's Connor. I think so. I think it was the moon guy. Ooh, weird. I wouldn't be surprised if it was some person trying to mess with her. Because when I am suspiciously thrown into the back of a truck, my first instinct is to talk to some random person on Twitch. Mm-hmm. I wonder if that moon guy would ever come back. Unless he's always been back, he just doesn't talk. Ah, hello. Hello. I always try to do this first part. Zoop Skystar. Probably still saying it wrong. Yep, figured. I could always get the Skystar right. It's just the... Oh, there we go. Here comes the Emily. Zoe Skystar? Okay. Got the late fee going on. Well, at least I got that right. Well, since I'm technically free from... I actually don't even work today. That's a weird thing. I don't even work today. I haven't been free on a Monday in a long time. So I'll finally have time to actually work on the comic. Because that's the difficult part of working on the comic. Ever since I stopped doing it live, I realized, like, oh shit, I actually have no time to work on the comic because I literally work every day. Except for Fridays and Fridays and Sundays. And I was trying to get to work on it on Friday, but too much stuff ended up happening, so I was like, oh fuck. 24-hour stream? What? I mean, well, actually, I don't even know if I watched the kids today, because, like, the initial reason why I had to watch the kids today isn't here. But my niece has been missing me lately, so I should at least find some time to play with her today. She gets a little clingy when I get a lot of hours. But now that we got some new people hired, finally, I have just a bit more free time for her. Like, I'm right here. Like, I'm literally right here. We had a blast watching Transformers. Oh wait, I'm getting a text, hold up. I'm actually a lot more active online than I was last year. Last year sucked too much to be online.
When the light is running low and the shadows.
Okay, and then boop. Well, people are still. And the laser nipple. Well, the funnies didn't start happening until after the movie. If you got there was 22 hours, you're not. Look, man, I can't be on the internet. I can only handle the internet for a small amount of quantity. You kids live on the internet much more than I do. I've been slowly trying to crawl out of it for years. And the drawing of Mayapple looks awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're gonna see a lot of her in this little project. Oop. Like, I'm excited but also nervous to get to the more complicated part of the whole thing. Because that's where the real fun begins. Okay, before anyone decides to, like, get on my case about that, I'm gonna show you this GIF. Hold up. I'm gonna show this hilarious GIF. Where is it? Where is it? Let's see. Hold up. Hopefully I saved it properly. Yeah, okay. This is surprising. Okay, hold up. This is what this is what we found. This was aired on television. Like, look at this. Look at this. This is the worst Megatron design ever created. And no, it's not in his, like, it's literally, the gun is on his side, but the but the animation position is so bad. I know, it's so, like, at first you're just like, wait a minute, does that look like what I think it looks like? Like, cause I was like, cause we were talking about Transformers and stuff, and I was like, I have to show you this. Like, don't, it's not weird, I swear. Okay, it looks inappropriate, but it's not. Like, it's so wrong. Okay, none of that, none more. So YouTube, don't be mad at me. Like, it's funny. It's funny. Oh, I can't believe that was aired on television. I think one of the animators wanted to make a point of how uncomfortably positioned that gun is. Don't you mean the best design? I was just like, okay, look, when we bring this up, I have to show people it so they understand what the fuck we're talking about. Because it's, like, it sounds worse than it is, but it's still hilarious. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I remember, well, I remember the first time my sister and I saw that, and we just busted a gut. We were just like, I had to, like... Oh my god. We need to watch more Transformers. Like, we need to watch, like, on Saturday. I mean, on Saturday we're thinking of testing out to see if we can get everybody into the Mobius file on, Minecraft. Pretty good, pretty good. Pretty good for a weekend. This week is gonna be pretty nice too, depending on how much I have to babysit the kids. Yeah, I completely forgot about the whole bumper thing. Like, I remember it was always mentioned, but, like, it's one of those things, it doesn't help that he's never actually a character. Like, and even when they do put him in, they never say his name, except maybe in the comics. Like, that's the closest thing to him ever existing is in the comics, and I'm not, like, I'm aware of the comics, but I'm not, like, compared to the, like, TV series, of any Transformers. I'm more in-depth in that than I am in the comics. Not that there aren't comic issues that I don't like. Like, I've been very invested in the, More Than Meets the Eye, which I showed you a couple of, like, dubs of that one, which that's pretty good. Yeah, and it was like I said, he was never mentioned by name. The only time you ever knew that that was Bumper was with if you got the art book, which luckily my sister was able to get, where they go into detail about all the background characters and what they were based off of and whatnot. Mm. Because even though the main writer wasn't a super Transformers fan, the main art director was a super nerd. Like, he was the ultimate Transformers nerd, which was great because it helped out a lot with the writing. Like, those two are a match made in heaven. Because, like, even though, like I said, the writer, he's one of my favorite writers. Because even in things that he's never been like super attached to, he still finds a way to make them good episodes, which that's really hard because most people that aren't invested in these things end up becoming shit writers when it comes to material that they're not used to, especially nowadays. But I mean, if Bumblebee could beat up Megatron, oh, you know, one of the cool scenes in Transformers Prime. Like I said, Prime was one of those like shows that I was like, I think it's the weakest, but it does get better. It just takes way too long to get good. Was the whole Megatron and Bumblebee fight. That's a really good scene. That was like, oh my god, Bumblebee kills Megatron in this series. What? That's actually really cool. Instead of making Optimus do it, they ended up getting Bumblebee to do it. I was just like, oh, that's new. That's new. And it was so good too how they set that up. Bumper could beat a Bumper. Bumper buddies. And then they kick their ass. Like I said, I think I have. I want to look it up. Do I have all of this? Wait, where's my iTunes? iTunes. Where is my iTunes? Wait, did I spell that? Oh, fudge. Oh, did I not reinstall my iTunes yet? Are you serious? Tunes. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Sometimes I forget how new my computer is. Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is. Let's see. I have the first season of the original show. I have... Oh, I got Robots in Disguise. Oh, I do have season 3 of... Why do I only have season 3 of Prime? What? I have all 8 seasons of Rescue Bots. That's a good one. That's a good one. There's a lot of shows that I have on my iTunes that I'm just like, why? Because, like, look, I got a Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. I got Symbiotic Titan. I got the first season of the original 80s Ninja Turtles. I got Persona 4. Oh, I do got some Persona 4. I got all the Batman. I got all the Batman. Okay. Enough fooling around on my iTunes. I know. I'll turn it off. I'll turn it off for now. No time to look at iTunes. Cody. No bromance. It's like the greatest line in TV history of anything. Of anything. Of literally anything. It's just my... like, it was funny because I heard it, like, someone posted that GIF, and I thought they made up the dialogue because I didn't hear the audio. I was like, if you're lying to me that this is not a line in the show, I'm gonna be so pissed. And then I go and watch it, and then like my sister and I nearly lost our shit. We were just like, oh my god, this show is like, oh my god. Oh, yeah, we should do that. Because like I said, I have literally all the Batman. I literally have all the 90s Batman and Batman Beyond. I have all that. We should definitely watch those. Because like that is literally the best Batman ever written. Is the 90s animated Batman. Because I have a hard time getting into the comics because like the 90s Batman is just that good. Oh, is it? Nope, it's still going. You mean wait, the butt and the bold? You mean the Brave and the Bold? That's a pretty good Batman too. He's more the Adam West Batman. Just he's a mixture of the of he's a good mix of the Adam West Batman and 90s Batman. Like he has those Adam West moments uh because of it's a slightly more goofier show. Actually, he's okay. The best way to describe the Batman Brave and the Bold Batman is that he is. Sorry, I'm still drinking coffee. He has the personality of the 90s Batman, but he's living more in an Adam West world, which is the funniest concept I have ever heard. Now that I said it out loud. Like he's a little bit more serious and takes things a little more seriously, but the world doesn't, so it makes really funny moments. And I still think that Batman Brave and the Bold still has the best Aquaman. Like, I really don't care for Aquaman, except for Batman's Brave and the Bold Aquaman. Because he was absolutely precious and deserves the world. He was just the best Aquaman. If more Aquamans were like that Aquaman, I would watch the shit out of Aquaman. Cause he was just so nice. He was just so nice. He was kind of like, he had like Starfire vibes. You know what I mean? He had a lot of Starfire vibes. I kind of wanted them to meet now. Now that I said it out loud, Starfire and like, I think they would be like the best of bros. My favorite Aquaman episode from that was when he teamed up with, was it Adam Man or something like that? What was the guy who turned small? I can't remember. I can't remember what his name is. When we had to go help Batman because I think Batman was sick but still crime fighting or something like that. Like I can't remember if he got sick or he got poisoned. And then they had to go inside Batman's body to like try and help him. One of the funniest episodes, especially like when you panned over to where Batman they were on the floor. Oh my god. Oh man, and like when Aquaman went on vacation, uh, with his family, and they were going through Gotham, and you could hear like the screaming and the gunshots, and he's just all like, "Don't open any windows," and he just leaves. I was like, oh my god, that's so funny. Gotham sucks. It's always funny when you have like crossovers of superheroes and stuff like that, like acknowledging that they're from the same universe. So you just have that moment of like, oh yeah, Gotham's shit. Like even though like other superheroes have their own cities to protect, Gotham is literally the worst. Yeah, it was that Batman got a disease, but he was still fighting that robot dude. When they were on the floor, and the robot's just like, "How about they?" Okay, I should probably fix that. Hmm. Oh yeah, like that's the funny thing about the DC universe is that like yeah, like everybody got their own superhero, but let's be honest, Gotham is literally the worst city. Yeah, something like that. And that like I think it was the villain of that one was Brain something. I think he was a villain in Teen Titans Go. Like he was like the last villain that they had. One of the last villains that they had, I mean. Oh, did I say Teen Titans Go? Fuck me. I mean Teen Titans. Oh, stretchy. Oh, stretchy. Okay. Okay, so I guess I'll do. I guess I'll do this. Oh, I forgot. Damn it. I know, right? Call the authorities on that one. Or I should go to jail. How dare I mix the two, even though there's only a slight difference. You just add go. Oh, you're talking about like when are you talking about the what if universe? I've never read it. I only talked to one person about it because I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. And then he kind of went into detail about like how that came to be in the sense of like how in this universe it works. Um, which it almost works. It's a bit of a push though. Like it's one of those things that like I don't know. Like I guess like I get why his dad becomes Batman. I don't really understand how she becomes the Joker. Like I feel like maybe if they didn't call her the Joker, like it's one of those things where like I feel like she wouldn't necessarily have the exact same motif, but something similar. You know what I mean? Because like it's too on the nose. Like I get her look, uh, it makes sense, uh, but everything else about it just makes me go like, oh, that's a like I don't know. It's a little bit of a try hard of trying to make these things fit. Yeah. Well, because he was kind of a shit. So like they kind of take the whole like Batman created Joker a little bit too literally in that one. Like I said, I think the problem is it's I guess because of how the concept works, it's hard not to be unsubtle. I mean, no, it's hard to be not to be blunt to get it to work. Like subtlety is not it's not in its forte. I guess you could argue that's not the point, but I'm still just sitting here going like, yeah, but it's really, really not subtle. It's like not even a little bit. But then again, that's how I was explained to. Like I said, I didn't read it or anything like that, so like it's one of those things. So like maybe it's more put together than how I've been told. Just the concept alone just makes me feel like it's just like this is not subtle at all. Like not even a little bit. What is a good one to read? I don't know many Batman comics, to be honest. I'm more like I'll be very real with people, because I listen to a lot of comic book fans. Uh, but the MEFCO. Oh, nefarious comic. I caught up just a tiny bit. Like I just caught up to what's being shown on. I only caught up on what's been shown on the webtoons right now. Uh, I really need to catch up on what's on the Patreon. I'm literally a Patreon on there, so I don't know why I don't do that. But yeah, like even though I like to listen to comic book people about stuff, I don't actually read the comics. I'm very real with people in the sense of like I try to make sure that like my opinions on the comics is very much like, well, I only know what I've heard, I haven't read, um, because I can't say that I've read it. The closest thing to comic books that I read was the Jaime, the Blue Beetle before they did the reboot. I wasn't really interested in it after they did the reboot. That was like the one that I've read that was official DC. I'm trying to think if there was any other ones that I've read. I don't know, because I remember reading the original comic book because my sister and I got really invested ever since we saw Batman Brave and the Bold with Jaime and we were like, man, like I really like this superhero. I mean, they like not only is he a good superhero, I like um I also like the character and whatnot. So I was like, I wonder, uh, like so my sister got like most of the comics. I forget if she got them all or she got most of them. I'll have to double check with her on that. Because when she heard that they rebooted it, we were just like, oh. Because they kind of ruined a lot of the family dynamic that they were going for. But yeah, like I do need to still catch up on the Nefarious comic. Almost there, almost there. I just haven't read the exclusive. I definitely haven't touched the exclusive comic yet. That one I definitely need to read and catch up on. I might even catch up on it today. Like I said, this is probably the first week in a long time where I actually like sit back just a tiny bit more than normal. Because I don't have to worry about watching the kids so much, and because even though the kids are off school, their parents are also going to be on vacation this week, so I'm just all like, oh, I'm actually a lot freer than I thought. So I'm pretty good this week. Oh, darn it. Wait a minute. There we go. Definitely need to get back to the comic. Yeah, sometimes I wonder if I should just draw the comic pages for Tomb Keeper live again, just so I could get them done, or just have some days where I just don't stream. Like those are the two options that I have, because I was just all like, okay, so I'll just do the comic, I'll just draw the comic off, you know, not live streaming. And I thought that was a good idea until I realized, oh, the reason why I do the live streams is because these are literally the hours that I have to do it. Shit. So, like, I do technically have, like, maybe an hour and a half, maybe some days, depending, before heading to work. I mean, today is different, but normally during the week, I usually get, like, maybe an hour left of maybe working on stuff. Depending how brutal the exercising was that day. Wait, hold up. Okay. There we go. Oh, whoops. There we go. I don't think I'm like, it's what, don't think I'm doing his helmet right. I think I'm doing it wrong. But I don't care. Oh, haven't you guys... I do find funny. I did notice recently, because I decided to go check and see the High Hopes animatic, right? And I find it funny how many people... I find it funny how many people thought that Josh made that one. I find it funny. I think even he got a little frustrated at one point, because there was literally a comment that said, like, how is it a fan animatic if you're the one who made it? He's like, I didn't make it. And I was like, that's cool. I don't know why I think that's super cool. That it's like, wow, there's so many people that has my drawings of Nefarious gotten that good? That people genuinely think that it's like, oh shit. That's pretty neat. There we go. I think some people started realizing it. I think ever since I put it a link on the latest Nefarious video, I think some people went back and went, "Oh shit." There we go. Yeah, this is fine. Nope. want his eyes that simple. My expressions are never simple. Mm-hmm. So. Wait, did the stream broke at any point? Oh no, I ran out of coffee. Well, rip my life. I feel like... Once again, my expressions are never simple. I have to always make it complicated. There we go. I would run for my life. I remember one of my sisters got bit by a dog right on the butt. Like it probably it's like looking back on it, I was just like, man, I was so mean, cause it was hard not to laugh about it, but at the same time, it was like it must have been horrifying for my sister, cause she was like, ugh, she had to run all the way home after that. It was a pretty deep bite too. Like it was actually not funny. Like the more you looked at it. It was just more of the fact that it's just like, ha, dog bit you in the butt, and then you see it, you're like, oh shit. That dog was not kidding when he did that. There we go. It was a pretty big dog, too. There we go. I wonder... Nope. But what if... Nope. Or maybe... There we go. That's the button. Oh, it's 10:20. But then again, don't even get me started on the one time my brother got bit by a dog. Ooh. That was terrifying. There we go. There we go. I'm starting to have that feeling of regret of just drinking coffee and having no food with it. It's like it's not super bad, but it's getting there. I broke my rule about how many sugar packets I put in it. It's like, no, it's Monday, you boob. Let's see. Okay. a good anime. I love when you said that, I immediately went, I know which one to name that is an awful piece of shit anime. But naming a good anime. I mean, I like Ouran Host Club. Like, that was one of those, that's an old anime that I remember watching that I really liked. It's like I like Ouran Host Club because it's literally the definition of a fandom. And what's another good one? No, that doesn't count. I'm trying to think of, because I haven't watched a lot of anime recently. I'm just so caught up with like YouTube stuff. What's a good anime? I remember watching You and Me. That one was surprisingly hilarious. It wasn't, like, some episodes were better than others, but I would say the majority of them were really good. And that's saying a lot considering that I don't really like high school anime. Like, I'm not a big fan of high school animes. I only, it's one of those things, like, I don't think they're necessarily bad, I just think they're oversaturated. There's way too many. And I get, like, it's like, well, it's slice of life, and I'm all like, yeah, but it's always high school. It's always high school. And I wouldn't mind a slice of life show that involves a high school, but it just feels like it's always in the high school. I get you're Japan, and most of your, like, activities and your teens are in school. Let's see. I'm trying to think of a good anime. Ah, like I said, I haven't really been watching anime recently. At least anything recent. I'm trying to think. What other anime? What have I watched? Oh, Card Fight Vanguard. That's a good one. I'm just gonna throw that out there. In fact, oh my god! So, some dude. Zero Gravity. That's not slice of life, that's sci-fi. My sister recently got me season 1 of Vanguard, and that one's not easy to get because of the fact that since season 1 was made by a different company, streaming services like have Vanguard, but they don't have season 1, which is super frustrating. Like, out of all the seasons you don't have season 1. What the fuck? That is so frustrating. But my sister recently got me for a birthday present. Death Note. I remember Death Note. I remember when it was super popular and it was coming out. And, my sister and I agree that the manga ending for Death Note is better than the animes. But yeah, like, my sister got me the first season of Card Fight Vanguard. In fact, maybe we could even watch that, since I actually have the DVDs now. Yes. So, that's another really, like, that, it doesn't help that the first season is, like, not only is it necessary to watch the first season, like, for, like, I can't imagine a show that wouldn't be necessary to watch the first season. I mean, to be fair, there's probably maybe a show that like, maybe there's some sci-fi shows you could be all like, oh yeah, you can skip the first season. Oh yeah, we could totally watch Yu-Gi-Oh too. That's another good one. That's like my fave. In fact, they finally started doing the sub version of Yu-Gi-Oh on Crunchyroll, so we could definitely watch that. Wait a minute. There we go. I kind of need Mayapple to be out of the picture in order to remember where everything is. Yeah, it's funny because like Cardfight Vanguard is surprisingly a kind of a slice of life. It starts off as a slice of life kind of thing, and then it slowly starts developing into like a Yu-Gi-Oh plot, which is really funny because we were just all like, yeah, that makes sense. Because at first, like when you're watching the show, you're like, wow, it's just Yu-Gi-Oh if it was slice of life. It takes a really long time before it gets to like the Yu-Gi-Oh like ishness to it, right? But when it does, it's so good. I mean, to be fair, like that whole season from beginning to end is good. Like the setup is just so fucking good. And it's just so fucking satisfying. It's such a satisfying season. Absolutely love the first season of Vanguard. I know they did a reboot, but it's not like I have mixed feelings about the reboot. I like it that it's different, but at the same time we're just sitting there going like, yeah, but it's still not as good as the original first season because I think the biggest problem with the reboot season of Cardfight Vanguard is that it's not that it follows the manga, right? It's the fact that it follows the manga too much to the point where, because the problem with the manga is that I guess it's a problem with all card game related shows that are manga first, is that the card game and the manga isn't as good as it is in the show because they have more time and more detail to put into the actual game. The manga kind of just skims all that a lot. So it's not really about the card game, like at all in most cases. So like if you're a manga reader, that's fine. But like you can't get invested in the card game as much. If you try to put the manga card game logic into the actual anime, into an actual anime. So it was like I'm invested, but I can't get invested in the card game, which is kind of frustrating. Especially it doesn't help that we literally had a first season that had amazing card game like sections. Like there was just some card games that just made me go, holy shit. But you can't get that same investment in the reboot of the first season. There's a lot of other things I like about the reboot season, but I'm just all like, oh, there's just some things missing, and there's just so much more payoff. There's just so much more payoff in the original season. Yes, Kai is more of an asshole in the original season, but that like there's so many reasons why though. There's so many reasons. I guess the only thing that I definitely benefit from the reboot is that we get to see more of Kai's backstory in the sense of like understanding like why what's the word I'm looking for? Like why he was was actually like passed down from family member to family member ever since his, and we find out like his parents were absolute shits. I was like, oh, okay. Like we actually got detail of why they're absolute shits, and I was like, oh, okay. And you could easily apply to it in the original anime now with that context. But still haven't seen it. Still haven't seen the new Shaman King reboot. Still have not seen that. But I do plan to see it at some point. I kind of want to find some time to watch it with my younger sister. Cause that was one of the few animes that we watched together on that she actually liked. She thought Anna was amazing. And I think like we'll definitely need to find time to watch that together. There we go. And but yeah. Definitely need to watch Cardfight Vanguard. That's such a fucking good show. And since I have the first season, the original first season, that's gonna be the shit. I think the biggest problem with Cardfight Vanguard, at least where the recent stuff has been going, once again, they keep following the manga logic by having less actual card game fights and more character stuff, which I think it's one of those things that, it was funny because one person was pointing out, I was like, oh yeah, because I don't want to watch card games in my card game show. I'm like, yeah, really? Like, I'm just like, I get the card game part is probably the hardest part to write in the entire series. But you can't have a card game show without the card fights. That's kind of the fucking point of the goddamn show. You just can't expect people, like, you're gonna alienate the card game show fans, and you're just gonna confuse the new people that don't care about the card game. It's like, even the people, like, I've seen some people who are just all like, I don't even watch the show for the card games, but it's super weird when they don't actually get into the card game. It's just kind of weird. And a lot, and it's kind of funny because even people that I remember watching the card game shows, that weren't invested in the actual card games, they're like, you know what? I finally understand what the point of the card games was, because I'm watching a card game show. Oh, thank you. I'm watching a card game show that doesn't really have card games in it, and I kind of I suddenly started missing them because there were actually reasons, like, in the sense of, like, oh, so that's why there's stakes. Like, oh, like, you kind of lose the whole, like, it's like having a fighting show with no fighting. It's more integrated into the plot than you think until it's gone, and you're like, oh, shit. There's actually a reason why I get invested. Exactly, card games are for nerds. I don't see what your point is, outside of the fact that, yes. Well, now we definitely need to watch Cardfight Vanguard. If not Yu-Gi-Oh, Cardfight Vanguard. There we go. Okay, now I need my apple back. And I need her to stop moving. Nerds are for nerds. I love nerds. That's a great candy. Excuse me. Excuse me. Alright, Crow, you need to disappear for a bit. Just 1 second. Okay. But yeah, card game shows are for card game nerds. Sorry. I'll get back to talking about nerd stuff in just a second. I just need to figure out how I'm gonna do this. I think tricks are for kids. There we go. And then we add this. There we go. There we go. Now we're back. But yeah. But yeah, it was just one of those moments. Was like I said, there were a couple of people that I knew that watched the card game shows, but didn't realize like how important the card game in the card game show was until until Card Fight Vanguard went. Yeah, like we're not gonna really focus on the card game. We're gonna focus on the other plots, and just so like yeah, but it kind of ruins the tension if you're just kind of like they're playing a card game, but we're not actually going to the details on how they're winning the card game. They just play a card game. Like you can't get invested if they're not actually good at the fucking card game. Evil Dead the musical, nice. And that's like the biggest issue ever since, what was it, after season 4? After season 4, after the whole Kai tries to save Aichi thing, which is like, that's such a good season. Oh my god. Kai trying to save Aichi. After that season, that's when they started going down this path of like, not like trying to come up with excuses not to have not detail writing in the card game, because I think the writers didn't want to do the card game thing anymore. But I'm sitting here going like, but you're a card game show. It's like having a fighting show, but they're like, no, we're not doing fighting anymore. Like it's just like, wait, what? Like no, it's like no, we're gonna be a slice of life show now. It's like yeah, but it's like you can't what? But then you can't call yourself a card game show anymore if you literally take out the card game. It's like, oh no, the cards are still there. It's like, no, fucker. Like, nefarious musical. One day. One day. But you could probably convince Josh if we could give him enough money so that he could hire people to just make a musical. Like he'll just like maybe give people songs and then people just like draw it and shit. Be good times. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep. Ba, ba, da, ba. Bum, bum. Ba, da, ba, ba. But yeah. It was just kind of weird. It was just kind of weird when they started doing that. And I think that's why I kind of fell out of Vanguard after that. Because, as much as oh god, I love the characters. But I was just all but the whole point of the show is that they play card games. That that's their thing. They do after school. My god. We definitely need to watch Card Fight Vanguard now. Now I'm all like nerding out over Card Fight Vanguard, and I'm just all like, we need to watch Card Fight Vanguard. I mean, we could watch Yu-Gi-Oh, but you guys mostly seen Yu-Gi-Oh, right? You probably have already seen Yu-Gi-Oh, or at least enough of it. You probably have no idea about Card Fight Vanguard. Funny enough, I don't think many people know about this, but Card Fight Vanguard was made by a Yu-Gi-Oh fan. Because there was this manga called Yu-Gi-Oh! R. and it was approved by the original writer of Yu-Gi-Oh to make it publishable, and so like it's like like officially in canon basically, even though it was written by a different person. And it was really good, and then they ended up giving him Cardfight Vanguard as his own show after that. So literally, Cardfight Vanguard is written by a fanfic writer, a Yu-Gi-Oh fanfic writer, and it's cool because like I love Cardfight Vanguard. It's so good. It's so fucking good. Like if you like card game shows, holy shit. And like I said, like it's one of those shows that starts off really, really slow and then just gets like I am a very patient person when it comes to slow paced shows. It's like, well, if you get me invested, I don't care how fast your show is. And your payoffs better be worth the wait. Because you have to make me understand why it takes so long to get here. And it's so good. Such a good show. Don't really like how that hand looks. Based on which plot? It's not in the show. It's in the manga. It look up Yu-Gi-Oh! R. Yu-Gi-Oh! R. It is a the 5-issue manga on Yu-Gi-Oh! In fact, I have all 5 issues. It very much is like a filler. Like it's definitely written like a filler season. It kind of has a pretty stupid plot, if I'm gonna be honest. The plot is pretty stupid, but then again, this is Yu-Gi-Oh, so it's like, whoop. I'll have to double check, but I think in the game, I'm trying to remember, was it in the game that it was a heart? I might have to change it. If I remembered if it was supposed to be a star or a heart. I'm pretty sure it's a heart in the game. I'll have to double check. Okay, sounds like something I'll have to change. I wonder, I might have got it confused with the promotional art, because I think she had a heart in her promo design. It's a pizza. Always has been. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, I don't remember why I thought it was a heart. Like I said, I think I might have gotten it confused with either a promo art or a fan art. That it was a heart. Whoop, there we go. But it's an easy fix. Easy fixes are easy. It's not like that time where I accidentally drew Crow's arm on the Crow's robot arm on the wrong arm. That that was frustrating. When I feel like it. Like, it's one of those things, it's just like, probably be easier if I could just get it on Disney Plus or something dumb like that. No, that's fine. I'm glad someone looked it up, because I was just gonna leave it as a heart for forever if no one brought it up. Definitely have to go back and fix that. There we go. Oop, wait, did I? Yes, I did. There we go. But yeah, well, you're talking about my favorite anime, and now I'm just all like, now I just want to watch either Yu-Gi-Oh or Cardfight Vanguard. It has like the best fucking opening. Yo, now I want to listen to Vanguard music. Hold up. Oh no, I can't. Fuck. Okay, maybe next time. Hey, it's a nick. There we go. How's everybody doing? Alright, I think I'm going to take a break on the nefarious one. And I think I'm going to switch over to... wait, let me change the title of the stream real quick. Because I think I'm going to spend the last hour working on the Dream SMP one. Ha-cha-cha. Oh, wait. I can just do this. Let's see. Dream SMP. Please do not draw simp. Every time, like ever since my sister was just all like, every time you write that, I keep thinking that says simp. I'm like, oh my god, now that you said it, I'm worried about me doing that. I Minecraft streams on the Fridays. I Minecraft streams on the Fridays. All the Fridays. Every Friday. Okay, I got a little bit more going on. I mean, 10 minutes. Not much. I still need to... I still haven't actually done that part yet. Oh, what I am definitely gonna do... Hold up. I'm gonna do something. Hopefully it doesn't ruin the stream. gonna try something real quick. Wait. Okay, just making sure. Fine, fine. I don't have it. I mean, I haven't really got that much so far in the nefarious one. Like, it really is just me doing line art right now. So, basically what you've seen so far is what you've seen in the video. Just with more lines. Because I still haven't put the new audio in. That's why I haven't really worked on the next part of it. Let's see. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. Stop. There we go. There we go. There we go. In case anyone's curious, jump in over here. There we go. Alright, time to work on this. Like I said, the nefarious one, because I didn't get a chance to get, I haven't got the audio synced in yet for the next song, so I haven't extended past what has been shown so far. That I'm still trying to figure out the transition. I have a good idea on the transition, but I don't know how much detail I want to put into the transition. Okay. It's probably better if I do this instead of trying to go back and forth. Let's see. There we go. Enter language. Well, actually, I don't really have to put that much detail. It's just... No, I'll just go back and forth. So, circle, line... Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, whoop. Nope, that's Technoblade. Where is Rambo in this? There he is. Okay. Okay. See you next time. I wonder if they still have bad internet. There we go. And then line, circle, line. Wait. line, circle line. Yep. And then line. Oops. Line. Circle. Line. And then the W. Why you say that? There we go. Beep, beep. Ah, yes. And then... There we go. Oh yeah, and then another line, circle line. Line, circle, line. There we go. Oh snap! You cracked the code. But yeah, next time for the nefarious, I should be hopefully working a little bit more, because like I said, I didn't get the audio today, but I'm definitely getting it tomorrow. So I'll probably doing, I might do sketching next time. If not sketching, more line art. Okay, now we're getting to... I completely forgot about Rambo here. So what we're gonna do... I'm gonna go 7. We're gonna find... There it is. Oh gosh darn it. Oh no, that's not what I wanted at all. Okay. But isn't that what streaming is? Rambling off like a crazy person, acting like people are there? Oh, come on, get over here. That's where I want to be. What's in group 7? I completely forgot what group 7 is. I guess people are there on my streams, but most streamers don't have people. You know, I'll just make a new group just in case, because I don't remember what this is. Oh, I think I know what this is now. Okay. Well, if you need to sleep, you need to sleep. Video group. Okay. Then get you over here. Let me sort out these video groups at some point. It's starting to get out of hand. I'm wondering. No, that's just gonna make things complicated. Don't do that. Okay. That's the one that's gonna be over Rambo. Rambo needs his helmet. He needs his safety helmet. Obviously. He was on the dream team, obviously. That wasn't Quackity, that was actually... that was actually Grin disguised as Quackity. Did you get a chance to see Grin's live stream of the MCC? Because I have it saved so I can watch it later. Yeah, I don't think he privated it. At least I don't think so. I'm gonna double check. Where's my watch later? He normally does it live stream on his channel, so I wonder if he... No, don't start the video, I swear to God. Oh, it is unlisted. Ooh, good thing I grabbed it when I did. Nope. Alright. So I'll have to remind myself the second I take that off my watch later list, it's gone. There we go. Oh wait, I should probably fix that before my playlist gets confused. There we go. Huh. Okay. And then refresh this just in case. Okay. Just making sure everything's working. Working. But yeah. Yeah, we're either gonna watch like more Transformers or more Cardfight Vanguard on the Discord on Saturday. Because I can't think of literally anything else right now that I would want to watch. Now, which Transformers? That would be the big issue. Wait, what was the armor again? Yeah, it only covered. Okay. Oh wait, nope. hopefully next stream I'll do it even earlier than this time. I'll actually maybe go to bed on time. Depends on how much stuff my sister and I have to catch up on. Because that's how it is on Monday nights. Hmm. There we go. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Almost got it. And then just a simple dash here, simple dash there. Thank you. And I'm sorry that I don't have much on the nefarious stuff right now. Because I like the problem with I mean, there's gonna be like a bit of a fighting scene in the nefarious one, but it doesn't happen until later in the scenes. And like I said, I forgot to get the audio set up, so I was like, ugh, I can only do line art. I can't set up the audio yet, because that's a lot of file moving. But I definitely want to be working on more the nefarious project a little bit later, because because technically the video for the video is actually longer than the preview video is actually longer than the preview video for this one. This preview video is actually really short. So and they're both of the songs that I'm using are like 2 minutes long, around 2 minutes, a little bit more than 2 minutes. And so like sometimes I gotta put a little bit more priority over the Dream SMP one, because not only is there more movement, there's more movement. Like there's a lot more movement. At least like out of the gate, there's a lot more movement. The various one was super easy because you know, it starts off with a pretty slow song, doesn't need that much frames. But definitely once I get the Jevil song in, that's when everything starts moving. Like, and I kind of want to keep things at a reasonable pace, because like, see, this is only like 9 seconds in, and we just finished 9 seconds in the nefarious one, right? So I kind of want to keep the line art close to, like, I don't want to necessarily post them at the same time, but I want them relatively done at the same time. Yeah. So that's basically the plan, is to get these relatively done, at least done at the same time. Like I said, I'm most likely not going to be posting them on the same day. If anything, I'm going to keep them months apart from each other. I just wanted to post them close to the same time with the previews, because I wanted to see how many people were still alive on my channel. Like how many people subscribed to me actually were still paying attention. I feel a little bit bad not posting anything for a while, but then again, that was my fault for getting as many classes as I did for my semester. I did not. I thought 3 classes were reasonable. No, they were not. They were not reasonable for someone that wants to do side projects, has a part-time job, and has a part-time job. Like, it was just like nearly impossible. So hopefully this semester I'll still be able to work on side projects while also studying, because I nearly wanted to quit just because of that. Because I had no time for myself. But you know, there is a slight motivation when you're paying for all of it yourself. So it's like for a minute I was like, man, I want to quit, and then I look at how much money I put into these classes. You're just like, okay, I'll stay. Like, it's not like my grades are bad. I'm just mentally not. I just mentally do not want to be here. But I think a lot of like. I don't know. It's one of those things. I think we need to be a little bit stronger, guys. We can't always blame on our mental health when we are dealing with hard things to deal with. And sometimes it's one of those things where I don't wanna oversell mental health, because like there's a difference between having struggles with mental health, like actual struggles with mental health, and just trying to get through stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's why I kind of just decided to have this summer off. You know, like get through your school stuff, and then have the summer off, and then reevaluate. Like how I'm gonna do these classes, because I definitely can't do 3 again. Like, I was able to do it once. I'm not doing it again. Even though, even if my stupid coach tried to convince me to do it, but I was just like, no, we are not doing that again. I'm gonna do 2 classes at least, and I'm definitely doing the one that I actually want to do. Like, I like my coach, but sometimes I'm just like, dude, you do realize that I'm on the edge of just walking out this door, right? You gotta work with me. But yeah, so hopefully these not summer classes, once this summer is over, I'll start my new classes, and I'll be far more better prepared. That way I could work on side projects while also studying. And that'll be good. Good times. Okay, so I mean, getting back to my projects is kind of like my own personal therapy. I think that's why it was kind of funny, because like I remember talking to my teachers about it, in the sense of like they didn't realize why I was so like frustrated, even though I was doing fine. And then I told them, like, you know, like, I'm in 3 classes, I have a part-time job, and I haven't touched any of my projects because of the tight schedule. Like, I literally unintentionally sacrificed all my free time. And they were just like, ooh. Because they were just getting frustrated with students that, you know, that had too much free time, you know, in the sense of, like, a lot of the students didn't even realize a lot of times we're wasting, just watching movies and stuff like that, right? That's, natural stuff. Um, which is fine, but if, like, sometimes you have to admit that's like you have to look at your free time schedule and realize how much free time you actually have and go, maybe I should start using that for my homework. Like, you don't have to get rid of all your free time, but you really gotta start cutting it down. I don't want to say that was like with all the students. Like some of the students were kind of like me in the sense of like having some of them had like more than one job, and technically, like, it's one of those things. Like, technically, legally, I only have one job, but I would definitely count the babysitting job as a second job, only because of how it kind of, especially how we put it together, it kind of does function like a regular job. Because I do get benefits for doing it. It does kind of function like a part-time job, because I do get like calls-ins and stuff like that. So it's like, trust me, this babysitting job is definitely classifies as at least a part-time job, a second part-time job. But yeah, it's one of those things where, so technically I had 2 part-time jobs. So like, I didn't even mention that in my meetings. So that's another thing. But then again, they were a lot more lenient on the whole babysitting thing when I was doing school, because it's literally the reason why I'm here, basically, why I'm living with them. But at the same time, still necessary. So my only problem was just managing time better, and not willing to take compliments. That's another issue I had, because every time my teachers would be all like, "Oh, you're doing fine." Like, it's weird. It's like, it's a weird feeling, because it feels like they're lying to me when they say that. Like, I don't, like, it's stupid. Like, I don't know why I was telling myself, it's like, they're lying to you. You actually do suck. You actually do suck, and you should be trying harder. They just don't want to say it because they don't want to freak you out. Like, that was really the stupid shit I was telling myself. Trying to get through classes and stuff. It was stupid, but that was the thought process. There we go. Okay, we're good. But and that's why, like, I don't know. I feel like I put way too. I guess. Oh, you know what? You know what? Another thing is, I get really tense when there's deadlines, because I'm very committed to getting my shit done. You give me a time. You give me a time to get something done, I'll fucking do it. Like, I'm very good when it comes to deadlines. Especially if like, I guess the only time I was ever not good was during the whole, the only time I dropped the ball, I feel like I ever did, was the High Hopes animatic. That one I had plans to get that done this year, like, technically last year. But then the whole school stuff got in the way. And that was the first time I dropped the ball that hard. It didn't help that I kept running into issues with, like, the video editor and stuff like that. I was trying a lot of new things. That's the worst part. I guess I was trying a lot of new things, and that fell apart a lot. That's why, even though I love the High Hopes animatic, I could see all the things that went wrong. All the things that went wrong. Yeah, I need to back up a bit. But I remember when I used to do, like, that's not right. When I used to do OC tournaments, like, that's when it got me into, like, getting deadlines done. That's the funny thing about the OC tournaments. That was definitely good practice about deadlines, like, with your art. Getting shit done on time. Because for most of us, I mean, depending on who was running the tournament, not always, but depending on who ran the tournament, getting your shit done on time usually helped you get better points. I mean, you get the stupid judges that don't do that, which I'm like sitting here going like, you would think you would get like, I don't know, like an extra 12, like maybe not a lot, but you would think they would put that in consideration in their judging. It's like, well, they're very close on like, you know, like style and all that shit, but one of them actually got their shit done on time, so you only get slightly better points because of that. Some tournaments put that into consideration, some of them don't. Because that was the difficult part of accepting when it came to OC tournaments. You are not being judged by professionals. You're probably being judged by also other children. So you have to put that in consideration when something incredibly dumb has been like accepted. You're like, what? But they didn't. And of course the classic favorites situation with OC tournaments too. Because sometimes they're run by other teenagers. This is coming from someone that did OC tournaments when they were a teenager, just by the way. There were favoritisms. There were a lot of favoritisms that you have to acknowledge that happens in these things. I mean, technically you could say that happens to other tournaments in other situations, but it's painfully more obvious when they're run by other teenagers. Painfully more obvious. They never consider certain things that other people will notice. That's what you're doing. It's like you literally just picked favorites in front of literally everyone. I hope you know that. Yeah. I went on like 3 different tangents. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Do I like it like that? Yeah, I like it like that. I'm so behind on Dream SMP stuff. I'm behind on all my favorite things right now. I need to catch up on them. I need to catch up on Nefarious. I need to catch up on Dream SMP. It doesn't help that my favorite Nuzlocke player has been, you know, doing like 2-hour streams of, and he just started White, and I'm just like, that's my favorite. That's like absolute favorite Pokemon game. How dare you make my scheduling more difficult? Ah. And then, of course, I was also watching some garbage YouTube, too, so it's just like, I really need to cut down the garbage. The garbage YouTube needs to stop. Garbage YouTube needs to stop invading my life schedule. What would be good netherite pants armor? Probably just an open thing like that. Yeah, just keep it simple. Just keep it simple. Yeah, like that. And then like that. There we go. Keep it simple, don't make it complicated. You're gonna draw this again in like 50 other frames. There we go. Yeah, like this year I was so set to have so many things done, and bad time management. That's what happened. Bad time management. Mostly because it was the first semester of college. I think everybody's going to end up making this mistake. Whether it be not... I guess it would depend on the individual. Like, because me, Like, at first I was like, yeah, I totally want to get my college degree as soon as possible. And now, since I did 3 classes, I'm just like, you know what? Maybe I could slow down a little bit. It didn't, like, hopefully, third semester, like, I'm going into my second semester, but hopefully third semester, I won't have to deal with any more I don't want to do this classes, you know, like, I'll finally be able to start getting into classes that I actually want to be involved in, instead of these stupid philosophy and all this other nonsense. I wouldn't mind philosophy if it was the art, like, I don't know. I mean, there was some art philosophy in there, but then then there was other stuff. I was just all like, I just want to draw shit. Just want to draw shit. And I remember, like, some of the teachers were just so like, yeah, you got like really like profound ideas and all that garbage. And I'm just sitting here going like, yeah, but I also just want to fucking draw. Like, I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to just be all like, you know, you should be like, you know, like, have your options open for other things. I'm like, that's great. Please give me the drawing class. Please give me drawing class, please. I get it. You want to keep my skills open. That's fine. But please focus that I want to. I guess it doesn't, you know what, it didn't help that I came across as a, like, I don't know, like, I don't know if I want to do this or I want to do that. Like, I did come across as indecisive, but mostly because I didn't understand, like, it's not like I didn't want to do art. I was just confused with, like, what's an effective art degree? Like, should I focus on, like, the studio art? Or should I focus, like, is there another art degree that would probably fit me better? Like, once again, now that I'm saying all this shit out loud, I'm just sitting here going like, God, these are the things I should have been saying to them. So I'll be more prepared next time when I talk to them, about what I want out of my degree. Like, is this actually the degree that I'm looking for? Because they keep giving me, like, the general arts, not general arts degree. Hello, Dr. Fool 2. Hi there. I was just talking about, like that I'm gonna be going into my second semester soon, in about 2 to 3 more weeks. So hopefully it doesn't completely derail my progress. Doing pretty good. Thanks. I was just talking about, like, the kind of, like, mistakes I kind of made, going into college kind of thing, right? Because, I discovered that, 3 classes are pretty overwhelming when you have a part-time job. Oh, nice! Oh, mid-September. Oh, that's a while. Must be a short class. There we go. But, yeah, hopefully me cutting down to 2 classes instead of 3 will make things a lot easier, on myself. That way I won't, like, because I felt bad, because, like, I remember I announced in the beginning of the year that I was like, I'm gonna make so many animatics, guys, it's gonna be so great. I mean, I'm gonna go to school and all that, but, you know, like, I'm totally gonna focus on this, and then the classes start, and then I realized how unprepared I was. I was just like, oh my god, 3 classes? Oh my god, what have I done? I mean, the funny thing is I did fine. Like, grade-wise, I was perfectly fine. In fact, my teachers thought I was great. The problem was, I was miserable. And they could tell, too. There's just all, like, they could tell that I was miserable at a certain point. Because I couldn't, like, all my free time was gone. Like all of it. So they definitely suggested like less classes. Like less classes, and good news is since I did so well, I'm most likely going to be actually attending, you know, classes that I actually want to be involved in. Because these classes were just for, you know, to better score my SATs. So now I can focus on stuff that I actually want to focus on, like drawing and stuff. And who would that be cool? I mean, I probably not with this class that I'm going into, but it'd be cool if I can implement some of the stuff that I've been working on in my art classes. Probably learn a technique or two. Thanks, I'll root for you too. Cause like even though I'm taking less classes and I'm actually attending classes that I kind of want to be in, except for one, these aren't gonna get any easier. I don't know if I want to give Rambo a tail. Like the more I think about it, the more I'm not sure if I want to give him a tail. Kind of like the tail though. A professional? No, not yet. I kind of want to be. That's kind of why I'm going to, like, I'm just gonna get, like, an associate's degree. But I guess it's one of those things, I should probably put myself more out there than I should. Well, than I do, I guess the best way to put it. I just don't know how to monetize myself very well. And I guess once I get into these classes, I'll have a better. Well, it's one of those things. Like some people are just like there's so many successful art people that don't go to college, you know, or at least the more vocal ones. I guess the best way to put it, because there's actually like I think there's. I guess it depends on the personality, because like a lot of the entrepreneurs of art usually don't have a college degree, right? And there's a reason for that, because they already know how to get by without it, right? But then you have like then you have like the other people that have art, like have necessarily like the thing is you don't really need a big art degree. That's why I'm kind of focusing on just an associate's. You don't really need that big of an art degree. You don't have to put that much money in, right? I just want to get an idea of what is considered professional, and getting through these art classes will probably give me a better perspective on that, because I don't feel like trying to get an idea of what's considered a professional artist varies between person to person. And I'm hoping that these classes will give me a better idea of what that is. Or at least give me a better idea of what my perspective of a professional is. Should I make his tail black? Yeah, I should probably make the whole tail. Like one, yeah, just fill in this. But yeah, that's the plan. That is the plan. I mean, I do have my own comic book, if you're talking about any original stuff, that I will be getting back to very, very soon, now that I have more free time. Thank you. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a link. Did I put the link down for the comic? Hold up. Yeah, I have the link for the comic down there. It's not much. It's only a few pages right now. But if you're interested in seeing what original stuff I do, I have that. I do a lot of fan stuff to get people's attention, and then I kind of just slip on the side. It's like, hey, look at my like if you like that, maybe you could try out some original stuff that I have. It's not much, still not much, but at least it's something original. It's better than nothing. Sure, sure, take your time. I feel like I could make that look better. Oh, am I on the wrong one? Oh, come on. Why won't you? Oh, okay. There we go. But yeah. Now, let's see what else. I'm hoping tilting this will fix the problem. Yeah, that's much better. That is way much better. That is super way much better. Now I just need to... Actually, I can do that later. Okay, now let's get back to... Yeah, that's the line one. Oh, whoops. Ah. There we go. Now... I think I like it that way. Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I do everything. Everything I do is 100% solo. At least for now. Thank you. I just wish my writing was better. Or at least, not necessarily the writing, more the grammar. My grammar was just a teensy bit better. But other than that, that's definitely the first thing I'm going to do when I actually start making profit out of what I do. For the comic, so far it's 100% free right now. Because it's just on Webtoons. You can check it out when it's posted. I do plan to be maybe in the future, if it gets big enough, I'll reopen my Patreon again, and then have like early showings of the pages. Ah, okay, cool. But yeah, my Patreon, like, it has a Patreon button, but I don't have it open right now. I'll reopen it once I feel like I have a big enough audience for it. Because at first I was all like, oh yeah, open Patreon, and then I realized, then I started looking into like Patreon stuff, and then people, you know, they didn't really give me a number, but people did suggest us all like what is not a good number to start. So I was like, oh, okay. So once I get a big enough audience for the comic, once I get a bigger audience for it, I'll definitely reopen the Patreon and then like have like I think I'll have like the majority of the comic to be pretty free, but just like start putting like little perks like commissions and early access kind of stuff. There we go. And there we go. And there we go. Alright, I think... Hold up. Where's the... There it is. Okay, I need to kind of establish... There's armor right here. Oops, wrong line. Where is it? There it is. But yeah, this is the first time me using like Photoshop animation, because a lot of the animatics that I did, I just completely saved them in separate files and then put them together in this webtoon plays. No, Webtoons itself doesn't pay me for my work, except if there is a like you could put an ad on your Webtoons, but I think you need a certain amount of subscribers in order to access the program. It's kind of like a YouTube thing where you kind of have to have a certain amount of subscribers and traction on your comic before they allow you to put the ad on it, right? And I think they also do this thing where if you have a certain amount of subscribers, if you reach a certain amount of subscribers, they also become a Patreon themselves, and start paying you through like your Patreon. So it really depends on like, and it depends if they like, you know, pick you out, you know, basically. Because I think if you reach like a certain amount, they give you like a donation in the Patreon. I don't know if it's a consistent donation or it's a temporary one. Like they give you like a good amount of money the first time. And I don't know if they keep giving you that money. And of course, like I said, you could also enter another partner program where you could just put like an ad feature on it. But I don't know if that's a limited one or not. I can't remember if there's any other way that they pay you outside of being a partner. I don't think they do. I think it's to prevent, because I think they have different rules if you become a permanent partner, because I don't know if, because I know for a fact, I looked it up, that you have full rights over your comic. Like they don't like ask for copyright of your comic at all. Though I don't know if that rule changes if you become a partner. So that's why I've been kind of hesitant on putting like ads on my comic so far, because I don't know about if the rules change once you become a partner, which I assume that's how it would happen. then again, I haven't reached any milestone that made me think that maybe I should consider it, so. But once I get there, I'll look more into it and see how much of... Like, they definitely don't own any of it now, but if I decide to become a partner, do they own any of it? After that happens... There we go. Alright, and then let's go here real quick. Okay. Alright. I definitely need to fix this. But yeah, we're just doing line art today. I'm gonna go back to working on nefarious stuff soon. I'm definitely gonna be working more. It was pretty good. Weekend's pretty good. This week's gonna be even better since the kids are gonna be off school. So I won't have to worry about morning stuff anymore. I mean, I still technically slept in a little bit. Like, I technically woke up when I was supposed to, but at the same time, I was just like, oh wait, I don't have to do any morning stuff and get the kids to school. I'm like, yes! But then I was just all like, oh, I should have streamed earlier then, shouldn't I? Well, rip my life. So, hopefully next time I'll be on. Next time I'm gonna try and start to stream a little bit earlier. That's definitely the plan. Once again, crossing fingers that next semester doesn't completely derail my art projects. Which is kind of funny considering that one of the classes is literally drawing. So, I think we're just doing traditional drawing though, which I'm totally fine with that. Actually, like, digital art is still kind of new to me. It is 10 minutes till 12. Right now. 10 minutes till 12. I'll probably make this a little bit bigger. Make it go faster. There we go, that's better. There we go. Oh, another person from the other side of the world. I do get that a lot. A lot of people that talk in my chat are usually people that are definitely not even close to American. Or European in most cases. Oh wait. Okay, no, I definitely need to change this to a more whiter. 11 p.m. Oh, it's 12 a.m. over here. Wow, you really are on the other side, aren't you? Well, don't be surprised if I start doing a southern accent when I get frustrated, because that tends to be a thing apparently that starts happening lately. Oop. But yeah, like, it's kind of funny because of the fact that I get a lot of people in chat from other different countries and stuff like that. I kind of gave up on the whole trying to have, like, my own consistent, like, I do have a consistent time, but I gave up on trying to make it a reasonable time. Because, like, I was like, okay, so what's a good time frame for particularly the people in the chat that I know for sure that are here on, like, what time should I be streaming, right? And I tried really hard, but then I started talking. It was like, what time is it on your end? And they're just like talking about, like, it's 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, why are you awake? Like, why the fuck? So I was just like, you know what? I'll just stream when I can. Because it's literally impossible to have a decent time for everybody to come over here. I don't know why you do this to yourself. I don't know why I do this to myself. I just find it funny. Because it's kind of funny, because, like, on my main channel, because I have enough apparently how the data works when it comes to YouTube is that if you have enough subscribers, it starts giving you, like, data information of, like, what's a good time frame for when everybody's on, like, what's a good time frame of all your subscribers of when they're on YouTube. And I was like, oh, you know what? I wish that was on this fucking channel, because my god, this would be such useful information for a smaller channel to have. Because if you're a big channel, who gives a fuck when your subscribers are on or not? I mean, okay, to be fair, there's a little bit of a give a fuck. But you know what I mean, right? Like, a smaller channel has no idea, like unless they legitly find them and ask them, like, when do you think is a good time to stream? So, like, you could catch my streams, right? And it's a lot easier to do it when you have a small audience to ask that kind of question, because it's kind of important, at least when you have a smaller audience. But you can't get that information because, like, when you try to look that information in your smaller YouTube account, it's like, oh, we don't have enough data for that. And I'm like, there's literally 80 people. What do you mean you don't have enough data for that? This should be the easiest way to get data. I know it would kind of be skewered and all over the place, but at least I get an idea what the majority is, right? It should be easy, right? Apparently not for the YouTube algorithm. So it's a little frustrating. It's a little, like, it's one of those things that make me go, damn, no wonder why it's so hard to be a small YouTuber on here. Like, all the really good information you can't get until you get, like, 1,000 subscribers. I'm like, whatever. It's one of those things that just makes me a little frustrated. It's like, a lot of these tools, I wouldn't say useless, but not necessary for a bigger YouTube channel. I did just rant about time zones right now. Yes, I did. I can rant about a lot of things. Especially, like, if you get me going on it. I mostly ranted about the YouTube algorithm, the stats, right? And I'm just more... I guess I'm just more frustrated with the whole, like, there's so much useful information when you're big. But when you're small, you're shit out of luck. You're kind of, like, on your own to figure this shit out. And I'm just all like, but, like, no one that's a big channel isn't gonna... Okay, technically they're gonna use it, but not to the same extent that a smaller channel would be more useful for them, right? I don't know. It's just weird having a big channel and a small channel, like, realizing this kind of stuff. It just, I don't know. I guess because I do watch a mixture of small channels and big channels, and sometimes it gets a little frustrating, trying to figure out, like, because sometimes they themselves kind of ask, you know, when you have, yeah, it takes time. I don't know. It's just one of those things, like, I remember when YouTube used to be smaller and people would try to help each other out with this kind of stuff, and now people are just all, like, kind of on their own a little bit more than necessary. I don't know. It's harder to get into communities, I guess, the best way to put it, without, like, I guess it's kind of the same thing that kind of happened with Hollywood, right? Where people, like, Hollywood was not considered a high quality, like, thing for a long time. Like, there was, actually, a funny thing, people tend to forget, like, Hollywood used to be not considered an art form. A lot of skeptic critic people, kind of like how they kind of feel about video games now, right? Whereas, like, video games aren't art. Well, that's what Hollywood used to be. Hollywood, like, when Hollywood was a baby, um, people would not consider Hollywood art or movies art. They don't count at one point, and it's just kind of funny looking back on it. And so, and I think that's the growing pains of what YouTube is going through right now, is that it's not going through that. It's going through the after that. Is like, YouTube is a business, YouTube is an art form, and YouTube is influential. People are stupid. Yes, exactly. Um, YouTube is very influential and stuff like that, right? So now people are very cautious of who they talk to, who they interact with, and not for the same internet reasons anymore, right? Because usually the internet reasons are for the technically still the same reasons, in the sense of, like, like stranger danger, right? But, like, but now it's also led up to, like, who actually likes your stuff and who's a leech. And I don't know, it makes me sad in the insides that this is where we are, in the sense of, like, communities are harder to form, not because of, like, creeps and stuff. Creeps were always there, but um it's harder to just interact with people without second guessing yourself about who's actually here for entertainment, and possibly getting to know how to become a big YouTuber. I guess what I'm trying to say is shoutouts have become complicated. Shoutouts have become complicated, and response videos have become complicated. Which those used to be the staple of YouTube for a period of time, and now it just got complicated to the point where people don't really want to do that anymore. With good reason. Like, I don't blame anybody that hesitates. But I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird that we're here. I guess the best way to put it. YouTube as a whole is here, and is it a good thing that we're repeating ourselves? Like, is this just a natural progression, or are we making a mistake? I don't know. I do not know. Okay. So, oh shit, it's 12 o'clock. Alright. That means, sadly, 12 o'clock means I have to get off. Because it is time to get food, and possibly I have to watch the kids. I still don't know about that. Wow, this is a pretty good stream today. Well, but I will be streaming tomorrow. Same time, same channel. I'll be doing more of this, possibly. Well, actually, I'll probably be doing more the nefarious one. I'll be going back and forth between working on the nefarious animatic and the dream SMP animatic, because I kind of want to get these two done at a relatively same time. They're probably not going to be posted at the same time, but I want to get them done relatively at the same time. Because that'd be great. That'd be great if I could get these done at a reasonable time. But yeah, so thank you for coming. Dr. Fool 2, nice to see you. That's a new person in here. And all the other new people that probably popped in and didn't say anything, because I did post this on the main channel, in the sense of, all like, hey, I also stream over here. Because I did get a lot of new people on the main channel, so I was wondering if anybody was but I also didn't really put a link. Okay, it reconnected itself. Is everybody still here? Apparently mine is too, or at least for a second ago. For some reason, it's like everything looks fine, but it also said it disconnected, so I don't know what happened. Okay. But once again, I'll be working more on the animatics on the stream. I will do the stream again tomorrow, maybe even earlier if I actually go to bed on time, like I planned today, but then it didn't happen because I suck. Alright, see you, and that's the end of stream. Good morning and good night.